So, I can go through the council's strategic plan and name off a whole litany of things that we have accomplished in order to move those items forward. Or I can talk about, boring stuff like balanced budgets and things like that. But that's not what I'm most proud of. What I'm most proud of is really the employee base that we have here, all of you. I mean, every day I'm given an example of something that we are doing better than we did 5 years ago. And that's not because of me, it's not because of the council, it's because of the people that have been here and worked for Summit County for several years and those we've hired since, as we have brought up the level of professionalism and accountability and just caring about what we do. And that's the other part. I mean, the thing that I really get charged with as the county manager, or charged by, is either seeing work being done or seeing folks in public hearing presenting the work that they're finishing up, and seeing how much they enjoy what they're doing. And that rubs off on me and certainly makes it worth getting up for work every day. I'm always impressed with what our county employees do, so I don't think I can necessarily ask more. But what I expect from county employees might be a little different, so I've just switched the question on everybody. But the first thing is, the very minimum is that we show up to work every day, and we give as the most we can in that day, given everything that else is going on in our lives, to the service to our citizens. That's what we're here for. That's what we're getting paid for. That's what the public expects from us. The second item that I expect is that we look for ways to not only improve ourselves, but we look for ways to improve the services that we're providing, and be a good teammate to all that we work with in the county. And the last part is, I don't know if it's unusual or not, but there are times where this work is not always pleasurable, or we always don't get the reaction we want from it. But as much as we can, if we can come to work and have a smile on our face, find a way to find some humor about what we do and how we operate within our offices and departments, it makes the day go by faster, and it makes our workplace more enjoyable. And as a result, we provide better service to our citizens. So that's what I expect. So this is actually one of the things that I'm not real proud of lately. I have most of my life adult life been a very prolific reader, and have kept up with a lot of different subjects. My schedule lately has not allowed that as much. So I get to read the newspaper, I get to read a couple of magazines each week that I try to keep up with some kind of world politics, national affairs things, even to U.S. news. So the last book that I read is a book that we're concentrating on reading throughout the county right now, and it's called That's What She Said. And it's a book that kind of kicked off our thought process around delving into unconscious bias, and the biases that we hold from our upbringing and our experience, and how that then affects how we work with each other. The most important thing that I took out of that book is that I have my own biases that I come with, and I can talk to other people about those as I'm going through my workday as I identified them, and I can also allow other people to identify them with me, or at least challenge me when they think there's something that how I'm being affected by my own biases in decision making. And the bottom line for me in the example of gender bias is that most organizations in the country have a big disparity between the number of men that are working in that organization, and then in leadership in that organization as opposed to women. Our organization enjoys a much better diversity that way. We're about 50-50 men and women, but about 70-30 men, women in leadership. So, what that tells me is that organizationally wide, nationwide, we've got work to do in order to make sure that we're not discounting 50% of our population and discounting what they can bring to the workplace, because we can be better as a society, be better as a county government, be better as a county if we're able to, from a business case, take advantage of everybody's skills that are out there. My father-in-law thinks that I should cut my own hair because he's done it for 60 years to himself. But you'd have to see him as an example to know why I don't do it. But I go, I don't go anywhere fancy. It's a simple haircut. You'd think it's simple. Some people can't do a high and tight all that well, but I go to Great Clips in Kimball Junction every time, unless I'm out on the road, and then it's a Great Clips somewhere else. So that's not a plug for Great Clips at all. You can make your own judgment based on what you see here on whether that's a good idea or not. But I do not spend a lot of money on my hair or hair products, as you can tell.